Hi everyone, happy Friday. Nice to see you all. I can't believe this will be the last reading session that I'll be introducing to you all. It's been lovely to have you all joining in for the past 8 weeks, believe it or not. But hopefully normality is starting to arise and we will go back to a bit more of a normal schedule. And that means no more me on here. But you will be having your evening assemblies when you get back to school, and you'll be able to see all your teachers and all your friends, those children that have been at home. So that is lovely. To end our reading session, we are going to be watching Newsround. It is a Tuesday version because I am recording this on Tuesday. But with this book, I think, and I'm hoping a lot of you will agree, it's been absolutely fantastic getting us through these past 8 weeks. We read through all of the 8 chapters. And for me, I don't know how you all feel, but I've definitely learned a lot about how to protect the planet and how I need to be a bit more careful with the things that I use and realise its effects that it has, not just on me, but surrounding areas and around the world. So, yeah, I'm going to keep referring to that book, I think, because it's been absolutely fantastic. I've really, really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have too. I hope you've learned something and enjoyed not being too sick of my voice every day. So yeah, right, what I'll do is I'll share the screen, we'll watch a bit of Newsround, and then we'll have a bit of a discussion after. Okay everyone, hope that you enjoy.
Hello everyone, it's Hayley here and welcome to Newsround. We are live on CBBC and there's loads coming up today, including these amazing windsurfers. But first, let's start with a crisis that's been affecting thousands of families in the UK for over 3 years. We're talking about unsafe cladding. As well as being a huge safety concern, owners of cladded homes have found themselves unable to move and face massive bills to fix the problem. Here's Ricky with more.
This is our hallway.
Dexter's flat is covered in a material called cladding.
We live on the first floor, there's 6 floors.
Do you like where you live?
Yeah, although it's a little bit worrying.
He's one of thousands of people living in flats that have been labelled unsafe.
It's all to do with cladding. That's when a new layer of material is wrapped around a building like this one here, but right now they're taking the cladding down at this building. The reason why it was put up in the first place was to either protect it from the weather or to try and improve the building's appearance.
And then our living room.
While not all cladding is unsafe, Dexter's parents have been told that theirs needs to be removed, and until it's taken down, they can't sell their flat, which means they're stuck where they are for now.
This is our 1 bedroom that we all have to share. I feel terrible because we're going to be carrying on living in this 1 bedroom flat. I'm going to be getting taller and it's just not enough space.
Thousands of people are faced with the same problem. Certain types of cladding have been found to be highly flammable, meaning it can catch fire easily and burn quickly. I spoke to Mariana. Her mum, Lucy, has been campaigning to help those living in flats with cladding.
We have loads of windows and it's really, really tall, and it has, it's got loads of cladding.
A lot of parents have not been able to afford safety measures because they've gotten so expensive. So I think it's a difficult time for parents and kids.
The full extent of the danger was made clear after a massive fire at a large block of flats in West London. On the 14th of June 2017, Grenfell Tower was completely destroyed. 72 people lost their lives. A special investigation found that the cladding installed at Grenfell fueled the fire. Not long after, many others found that their flats were also constructed with similar materials. This means that those who own their flats are faced with paying thousands and thousands of pounds to make them safe.
At the time, when it was built, it passed all the regulations. We're the ones who were told it was safe, so we assumed that it was going to be safe.
Until the cladding on Dexter's flat is removed, it now has to be patrolled by someone called a waking watcher, 24 hours a day, in case a fire is spotted.
So this is someone's job
to stay up all night to make sure that you guys are safe?
Yeah, if there's a fire on someone's balcony, they're gonna realise it and they're gonna ring their klaxons, get everyone out of their flats and onto the street.
The government said they would put aside a further £3.5 billion to help with cladding removal and repairs. That's on top of the £1.6 billion that was already promised.
I think it's too little, too late. The Grenfell Tower was about 3.5 years ago. It's just taken, I think, too long.
Thanks, guys. Next, the government in Northern Ireland is expected to announce its plan for the easing of lockdown there. Politicians are due to meet later to decide the final details, and it's thought the rules will be relaxed in stages. Schools are expected to return from next week, but it's believed there won't be any other major changes to the restrictions before Easter. Now, yesterday was a big day for Year 6 pupils across England and Wales as they found out where they'll be going to high school in September. While many of you will be celebrating getting your first choice, some of you might now be going to a different school from your friends. So, excited? Nervous? Well, loads of you have been getting in touch on the Newsround website to let us know how you feel. Doglover123 says, I got my first choice. Some of my friends are going to other schools, but I'm sure I'll make new friends. Chloe159 adds, I got my second choice and I'm really happy. Loads of my friends from school are going and I'm really excited. And finally, Purple Shimmering Cherry says, I got my first choice, but only one of my friends is going. But I'm okay with that. I'm ready for the next chapter in my life. Well done, guys, and good luck to all of you. Next, as we know, loads of you have been spending a lot of time studying at home, which has many different challenges. But what if you're dyslexic too? Well, dyslexia is a learning difference, which, amongst other things, affects your reading and writing skills. Well, Ricky's caught up with Radio 1 presenter and singer Molly King about her dyslexia and what you can do to manage it.
You know quite a lot about dyslexia. You've spoken about it before. Can you first of all just tell us what age you were when you found out you were dyslexic?
So I was about 9 years old when I got the diagnosis. It suddenly meant that everything made sense. I suddenly understood why I was finding my reading so hard compared to my classmates. For me, things like homework were really hard just because I learned through having a conversation and having a teacher talk to me about something. So actually going home and having to learn it all from reading a textbook, it would be hard. It's hard for me to process the information that way.
But I mean, I have heard from quite a few kids who've said that they have these virtual deadlines, you know, and that can create anxiety in itself.
It just must get quite overwhelming at points, because if somebody said to me, right, Mol, you've got to read this quicker now, all that's going to do is make me read the words even more so in the wrong order. I'm best when I'm most relaxed. I know I've got time to process things.
You've been incredibly successful, and with the Saturdays and having a music career, now being a DJ as well, have you found that dyslexia has stopped you or held you back at all?
Do you know what? It's never held me back, no. And everyone who I've met who is dyslexic, they always have, that fire in their belly, and they're such hard workers. And I think that's just from at a young age, having to work that little bit harder to kind of keep up. So when I'm here at Radio 1, I'll always make sure that I've read the text whilst the song's playing before I read it live for the first time. So it's just about putting in the extra work and making sure that I'm prepared. I'm doing my dream job and I feel so lucky. So for anyone who's watching this who is dyslexic, it's definitely nothing to hold you back, and in some ways can actually be a superpower.
Thank you, Ricky and Molly. Finally, check out this. Windsurfers in Finland have found a way to surf across the frozen sea off the coast of Helsinki. The new sport can only be practiced in a very few places in the world where it's cold enough for the sea to freeze and not break, but it looks incredible. Well, that's all for today, but have a lovely Tuesday and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Hi, everyone. Right, I'm going to not do what I always do and actually stop the video, because I've started these videos so many times after Newsround and the other episodes played over me and then you can't hear me. So yeah, hope that you have enjoyed that Newsround episode. Quite interested about Molly King, the DJ for Radio 1, and she used to be in the Saturdays. I didn't know that she had dyslexia, so it's quite interesting to see how she's managed to overcome it. Yeah, so we've got our World Book Day was yesterday, and I'm hoping that our guest readers will have read these two books about David Bowie and Dolly Parton. I've also got a brilliant Elton John book here, which is super. Yeah, so I am going to be a bit sad that I can't read to you every day. However, normal life has got to resume sometime. We will still be having our reading assemblies. Obviously, they won't be sent to your parents anymore. You'll be having them alongside me as we had before December in your class bubbles. And I really look forward to seeing everyone back in school. I know that everyone in school is looking forward to having everyone back, and we're getting back to a bit more of normality, which is lovely. Okay, right, everyone. It was lovely to be reading with you. Hope that you have enjoyed all of the reading sessions, and I will see you all in school on Monday. Bye, everyone.